Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Tewksbury Select Board meeting for Tuesday, September 9th. Just for the public's information, our meeting originally started at 5:30 as we did interviews for committees that were open in the town. We took a recess, and now we're back into meeting. I would like to ask everyone to join us and do the Pledge of Allegiance, if you would. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, so we're continuing this meeting starting at 7 o'clock. And the first public hearing we have scheduled is we have National Grid Verizon joint owned poll petition, which was continued Shawshene Street, poll 15650. You see we have our representatives. Would you like to join us, please? Your name and business for the record, if you would.
My name is Alec Birdsong. I'm here to represent National Grid in the matter of installing the pole 156-50 on Shawshene Street.
Yep. Okay, and I believe we continued this matter because we were waiting for information from our DPW. And I see we have that, but I'm going to open it up to the board to see if they have any questions or concerns with this matter.
Fine.
Anybody? No? All right, well, before I take the thing, is any residents would like to be heard on this matter? Seeing none, I will take a motion to close the public hearing for this.
So moved.
Get a motion and a second. All those in favor, please state by saying aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. Do I have any motions on this matter?
Mr. Chair, I'll make a motion to approve the poll petition, poll number 156-50 for Shawshene Street. Thank you.
So I got a
Friendly
vote.
amendment, can we include the conditions proposed by the DPW?
Absolutely.
Thank you. I'll second that.
Okay. So I got a motion and it's by Mr. Radis, second by Mr. Mackey. All those in favor, please state by saying aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. Before you leave, thank you.
Yeah.
A lot of times we have you come in here and we're usually giving you grief about where the poles are, things like that. The last time you came in here, I asked you to have a pole removed that was out there for some time, and it's been done. So, we commend you for your work. I appreciate your work with the community and taking care of that. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. All right, next matter on our agenda is American Outdoor Advertising. Do we have some representatives for that?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman and members of the board. Jamie Cutlass for American Outside Advertising and Stephen Ross for American Outside Advertising.
Gentlemen? All right, we'll open the floor to you, gentlemen. and you
So
can-
we were here last year and then a few weeks ago, a petition to put an electronic billboard at 1775 Andover Street where the Marriott's located. We meet all the criteria. We had received a variance from the Zoning Board of Appeals on that residential section, it's still in effect. We think it's a good situation for the town. It's going to provide the town with $1 million of revenue over 20 years. We've changed the conditions of the board, angled it away from the residents, from the apartments that are there, and raised the height so there'll be little to no spillover. And Mr. Ross has an illumination study that I believe shows that even in more detail. And I think we provided that the last time we were here. So we think the petition meets all the qualifications, and we hope you would approve it. And we'll answer any questions.
Ross, you have anything to add to it?
No, I can answer any questions you may have.
Okay. All right, I'll open up to Mr. Holland.
I just have the one question. You were before the Zoning Board of Appeals again?
Yeah, just to request an extension of it.
Extension, okay, that was my question.
Yeah, and they approved it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Mackey?
Thank you. Gentlemen, so a couple of questions. One, I noticed in the packet, we actually don't have that decision. That is something I would like to see. I noticed while going through the packet that I don't know if there was a paperwork error or I missed something, but like the tax certificate appeared to be for the 1775 Andover Street LLC.
That's the address of the property.
Yeah, the 1775 Andover Street LLC. So that's the corporate.
That's the property owner, yes. They put it in a real estate limited liability company.
So we have their tax certificate, but not the one for American Outdoor Advertising who's seeking the permit?
I think they only required us to have it for the landowner in that case. We can certainly provide one. It's not a,
Yeah, whatever you need, we'll get you. I think
Yeah.
on the last one we did on I-93, we did not provide one for American Outside Advertising, but we can get you whatever you need.
Fair enough. Yeah, so I'd love to see that. And then I noticed in the notifications, it was a very kind of short list. Were the residents that live in that facility notified?
just, the only requirement was to notify the actual owner of the property, not the residents. And,
Okay.
I mean, I don't even think the town has access to that. I don't know, because they're apartment.
Yeah, so they have their apartments, they have addresses, right? That's where the residents live. So if they live in an apartment building, I would want to be notified. So if that's a issue we have with our requirements, then that's something that needs to be addressed.
Yes, maybe, yeah.
But that is something I would like to see and make sure that those residents have a chance to weigh in on this. So that's something that I would like us to address. And if that needs to be addressed on our end, so be it. But that is something I feel is very important.
Right, I don't think it was a requirement for this to do that, but in the future, we can certainly do that.
Yeah, so those are kind of my open questions at this point. One, I'd like to see the variance decision that you got.
Yeah.
To the tax compliance certificate, as well as ensuring that residents are notified, so they have a chance to weigh in. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Mr. Ryder?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chair. Through you to the town manager. Mr. Curran, is that something that is a requirement? If we can find that, I understand we're supposed to notify the property owner under the regulations.
Well, I thought that it looks like you notified the abutters, correct?
Yes, all the abutters were notified, and that's our only requirement under the special permit rules.
Right.
Yeah,
So-
that was done, so you were concerned that there should have been a wider scope of notification?
Is that to me? Yeah, so I would like to make sure the residents were notified. That was our last discussion when they came back for the second hearing. There was much discussion about ensuring residents have an opportunity to weigh in. If
So there wasn't-
weren't notified, that is a procedural gap that is on the town. But I do want to make sure that those residents have a chance to weigh in.
So there is an abutters list in here?
Yes.
And I assume that all those abutters were notified?
Right, and we provide certified mailing from the post office that they're notified, and we provided that
Okay.
to Pella, yeah.
And
that
I
what
guess,
you're asking?
I guess that was my clarification. I mean, I appreciate what Mr. Mackey is asking, but I just want to, again, like you said, if it's on the town, it's, obviously, we can't do that right now because that wasn't part of the regulation in the special permit.
Right.
But maybe that's something that we want to look at adding in the future to change that, under the regulation, the special permit
I just want to
says
make
the
sure I'm
property
clear,
owner.
because the abutters were, what are you, what's being asked?
According to Mr. Mackey, he's concerned about the residents of the apartment.
Oh, the apartment building itself?
So, under the regulation of the special
Oh,
permit,
yeah,
it
yeah.
requires all abutters, property owners.
Yes.
Right, and then the property owner being 1775, they were notified as the
That's
property owner.
interesting.
But the residents that live in the property are not owners, so they're not entitled to being notified under the
and
current
I-
regulation.
I think that would have to be changed as, yeah.
Again, I just want to
Yeah.
make sure that, whatever way the vote is tonight, I don't want to say, well, we want the applicant to provide information to us that is not part of the special permit, because I think the special permit supersedes what our vote is to approve or deny the application, but the application submitted meets all of the current standards under the special permit.
I
So-
would concur, yes.
Okay, thank you. I just wanted to get some clarification on that. And, I appreciate that it was raised and the angle was turned to eliminate any overshadowing or casting onto those property owners that are going to live in those apartments.
Yes.
Just for the residents out there listening, could you kind of elaborate on, when you say that it's over $1 million, could you kind of just elaborate on that so the residents out there understand it's not just $1 million, this is over the term of the agreement?
Yes, so it's $25,000 per face. This is a double-face billboard, so $50,000 per year to coincide with the term of the lease, which is 20 years, and we have the ability to extend that. And we entered into a grant agreement with the town, as we did with the other billboard, that if it got extended, we would go up to $37.5 per face, so $75,000 per year for the next following 20 years, years 21 through 40, which would be another $1.5 million, so a total of $2,500,000 to the town.
And to clarify that part of this agreement changed from the first time you were in, the first payments are being paid in advance, first $200,000, correct, are being paid in advance?
That's correct. First 4 years upfront will be paid in advance, and then along with the payments, we also guarantee public service messaging.
Yes.
The state requires that it's 10-second segments per ad. So each face would provide over 2,000 messages per month to the town, so 4,000 messages to be utilized as the town sees fit.
Okay, and again, just for the residents listening, it was voted that the revenue from billboards are to be used specifically for sidewalks. So just want, the residents out there listening. So at the end of the day, the revenue that we could bring in from billboards of this nature that is going directly to a betterment of the community. So, again, I appreciate, go ahead, Mr. Curran.
Mr. Chairman, since you brought it up, I'm sorry to interrupt, but this came up in an internal conversation about the public notices. Just for clarification, for the public's edification, this doesn't include outside organizations, nonprofits, and things like that. It's strictly town public notifications, because if it is opened up to, it could be, get into First Amendment issues and everything else, so.
Okay.
It's just strictly town notifications, not nonprofit notifications as well.
Okay, and just to follow up on that, if say the police department wanted to put something, whether it be an Amber Alert or a Silver Alert, what is the turnaround time from the notification, say the police sent your contact people, what's the turnaround time for something like this to be advertised?
Extremely quickly, and I say that depending on what it is. If it's an emergency situation, it's just words, just copy. That can be done literally in 15 minutes if someone's sitting in front of the computer. We also work with the FBI for Amber Alerts. So whenever that happens, that goes up instantaneously with the license plate, description of the child, and the make and model of the vehicle. So we work very, very quickly.
Okay, great. No, I appreciate that. Thank you, Mr. Chair. That's all I have.
Mr. Russo?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So most of my questions have already been asked. I get, just one sort of last thing. What is American Outside Advertising's responsibility as it relates to the land around the billboard itself in terms of the maintenance and the liability of that? What is your plan around that?
So great question. So we carry an umbrella coverage for ourselves and the property owner. We also have, we do a landscaping buffer around the pole, and we make sure that there's no issues, whether we have to put up some of those safety columns so cars don't back into it. But it's 100% our responsibility.
Okay, thank you. That's all the questions I have, Mr. Chair.
No, I thank you very much for coming in. My biggest issue with this was, we're concerned about light going on to the residents, but, this is in a similar place where the hotel sign was, correct?
It's in the exact spot where the hotel sign was.
So the hotel sign was lower, it was brighter, and it was something that was there, and, I've been on this board for, more than a decade, and I don't remember receiving one complaint from residents about that. And we received no revenue from that. That was even $2.5 million. And my perspective is this also, I see that we have the board that's already up on 93, which I believe you guys run that as well. And going by there, you're promoting a lot of our local businesses already. We're trying to promote economic development in this community, having something that will say, next exit, please go to these Tewksbury locations. We need that. We need to generate revenue in this community. We need to bring some more businesses, and we have to promote the local businesses that are here. So to me, I think it's beneficial in a lot of different ways. Something that there's no really hard lift from us, and you guys are doing that, and you're promoting local residents. I'm sure they're paying you a good penny for it, but still, it's something that, it's, when you're driving down the highway, somebody's saying there's a restaurant or a business at the next ramp. It's nice to be able to see that, and maybe we'll generate a little bit more revenue for the community. All right, I have no additional other questions, but this is a public hearing. Do we have anybody that would like to be heard on this matter? Seeing none, I'll...
Motion to close the public hearing.
Yep, I get a motion to close the public hearing by Mr. Russo. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Ryder. All those in favor, please state by saying aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. Do I have any motions on this matter?
You do have one opposed on closing the public hearing.
What's that?
You do have one opposed on closing.
Oh, I got one, I'm sorry, 4-1 vote, I didn't hear you, I apologize. 4-1 vote to close the public hearing, but we have motions, so public hearing is closed. Do I have any motions on this matter?
Yeah, Mr. Chair, I'd make a motion to approve the electronic billboard application for American Outside Advertising LLC at 1775 Andover Street.
All right, I have a motion, do I have a second on that?
I'll second that.
I get a second, motion is second. All those in favor, please state by saying aye.
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 Opposed.
Okay, so I get 4 ayes and 1 opposed, motion passes.
Great.
So
Thank
thank you,
you, Mr.
gentlemen,
Chair.
have a good night.
Can I just have, is my requirement now to provide a copy of the variance and the tax certificate? Those two
You don't
things?
have a requirement now.
Okay, I mean, I will if the board would
I
like.
think it was a public hearing, and there was a public meeting, and I'm sure it was documented at those public meetings that it was a town meeting. So I'm sure they have it, but
Yeah.
we'll get it if the town manager needs it to put a file.
Downstairs.
Yep, thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, members of the board. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next matter in front of us is Mexica Burrito Grill, 759 Main Street.
Good evening.
Okay, can you
Elizabeth
give me a name
Pisano.
and business for the record?
Yep, Elizabeth Pisano from Upton, Connell, and Devlin on behalf of the licensee. This application is for a pledge of the liquor license. I was in receipt of the town's letter with your intention of denying this application, but I still have to go through the motions and use all commercially reasonable efforts to get this approved. This is one of 7 applications that we're doing statewide for all of their locations. It's one loan agreement where the bank is requesting that they get a pledge on all of their liquor licenses. So that's why we submitted this application. Again, I understand the town-specific rules on not approving pledge of licenses. So I'm just going through the motions and hoping you might change your mind, but that's it.
All right. Mr. Town Manager?
Do you want me to comment on that at all, or?
Yeah, I was going to open it up to the board, and then I'll let you comment
Yeah,
too, but it's...
I mean, just for the edification of the public, I mean, a pledge of license is almost like a lien, and it's been the policy of the town not to allow these, because then the license would not revert back to the town. It would be the property of whoever the financial institution that received the pledge. And just in the interest of protecting the town's interest, it's been the policy not to allow pledges. It doesn't prevent the applicant or the petitioner from appealing that to the ABCC, and they may have a different decision, but that's why that policy is in place.
I do just want to just say one thing for the record. I get the policy of not wanting to have a third party have an interest on this license, but if for whatever reason the bank or another third party wanted to transfer or take possession of this license, they would need to come before you and get permission to do that. So they wouldn't just transfer or wouldn't just go to the bank automatically if, you know, for whatever reason, like the bank had a reason to want to take the license. They would have to come before you and you would just deny it. So I just do want to explain that little portion of it. But again, I respect the board's decision, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
All right. Mr. Russo, you have any questions?
I have no questions for the applicant, but I do, through you, Mr. Chair, Mr. Curran, so with our bylaws, I mean, there does seem to be some contradiction to it where we don't allow for a pledge of a liquor license, but we do say that later on in the same provision, actually, that, you know, we can, it could include the pledge of a license. So is there some contradiction there that I'm just not?
Yeah, I saw that as well. I don't have it in front of me right now, but
And I suppose,
Yeah.
if so, I mean, it's something we should probably take offline from a board perspective.
yeah, the inconsistency in it might need to be cleaned up.
Yeah.
I think that portion was cut and paste in there, not taking into account what's up and above it.
Above.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Mr. Ryder, have any questions?
No, I'm all set, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Mackey?
No questions, thank you.
Mr. Holland?
Mr. Chairman, I think we should stick with the policy that we have of,
Mr. Holland, you want to hit your light on the,
I think we should stick with the policy that we have of not allowing the pledging of license. It seems in the past, I mean, when I first got on this board, we transferred a license to somebody for $500,000, and it becomes a commodity. That's why I disagree. I agree not to allow the pledge of license, because what will happen if the bank takes it over? How are we going to get a license back? Even though she says we have to approve it, we can just close your license, you know, as a board, you know. So again, I think we should stick with the policy that we have in the past.
yes, and like I said, I commend you for coming in here. I had a couple of questions of why, I mean, the business is thriving every time I go by there, so it isn't like something that, you know, I had curiosity to why, like, they
Why they're
needed this
taking a
when
loan.
the businesses is thriving and businesses going well, like, what, is there any reason that the bank is requiring this, or?
So they are intending on opening a new location. So the loan is to be able to have funds to open up this, I believe it's their 8th location. So it's not really even specific to Tewksbury's license or their restaurant establishment here. It's for their entire chain of restaurants. So they want to be able to refinance and get additional funds to first purchase and build out a new store, and also to do cosmetic renovations throughout a couple other locations that need the work.
Okay, thank you. And to Mr. Russo's question, you know, seems to be something in there, but I think, you know, I've been sitting on this board for, you know, a decade or so, and we've never issued this, and for reasons. It's just, we don't want to have, if a business is closing, we want the license back without any mitigation, without any legal, and dealing with a bank or any other things, we're dealing with local businesses the way they are. If the business is closed, or if there's a problem, then we hold it. If we all of a sudden start giving a pledge of license, and then all of a sudden there's a problem there, and we've given the pledge of license, and you violate something, how do we take that license away? And that becomes, and now this board may be fighting a bank or whoever, and we don't want to get into those matters. There may be some language in there that we could issue a pledge, but we haven't. So when we issued the license, if somebody wanted that when they originally wanted it, we probably would have considered it under then, but we didn't grant it then. And, I'm not in favor of granting it now. We'll listen to the rest of the board, but I think our policy works well the way it is. I would love to, help you with your, with any kind of way, because you run a wonderful business and, it's thriving in our community and we like that. But, it's like I said, it doesn't sound like it's beneficial to the town of Tewksbury for us to do this. That's all.
Understood.
Okay. All right. At this time, is there anybody here that would like to be heard on this matter? Seeing none, I'll listen to a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved. Second.
A motion by Mr. Rosso, second by Mr. Ryder. All those in favor, please state by saying aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. Motion, the public meeting is closed. Do I have any motions on this matter?
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to deny the pledge of license for Mexica Burrito Grill, 759 Main Street.
I got a motion to deny the pledge of license. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Here's a second by Mr. Ryder. All those in favor, please state by saying aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. Thank
I
you.
have to say, I've been doing this for 10 years. I've never gotten a denial on an application. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. But at least I was prepared for
Well,
it.
thank you very much.
coming.
We
Have a good
appreciate you
night.
coming in. All right. Next matter in front of us is Ipswich Ale Brewery Strong Water Farm Event, a one-day liquor license.
Hello,
Hello, good evening.
how are you?
Good. You've been here a long time. You've been waiting a long time. If you would give your name and business for the record, if you would.
Martha Gaffney, I'm the chair of the board of Strongwater Farm.
Hi, I'm Sarah Blackstone. I am the social media marketing manager and events coordinator for Ipswich Ale Brewery.
Okay. Well, we're going to open up the floor to you. It's pretty well self-explanatory, but I just have you explain what you're looking for.
We're looking for approval from the board for a one-day liquor license for a Harvest Hoedown event that we're hosting at the farm property, which is co-located on Tewksbury State Hospital grounds. We are a therapeutic riding facility here in Tewksbury. We offer therapeutic riding to all sorts of people, veterans, children with ADHD, autism, just the whole range of clients that we're serving. And this is an annual event. We unfortunately had to cancel it for the last 2 years for weather-related reasons, but it is family-friendly. We have only one vendor serving alcohol. We have a food truck that will be serving water and smoothies and that sort of thing. And again, family-friendly, face painting, pumpkin painting, all kinds of fun events. I think we have a magician coming this year and horse demos. But we're here with Ipswich Ale as our partner for a one-day liquor license to serve beer.
Before I turn it over to you, since this is an annual event, and I just want to give you an opportunity to give the date so the residents, anybody watching, will know when it is.
It's October 5th. It's a Sunday from 12 to 4
Yep.
on the grounds of Strongwater Farm, which is located at 500 Livingston Street, Tewksbury, in beautiful Tewksbury. And everyone is welcome. The ticket prices are reasonable, $30 for a family, $20 for an adult, and all proceeds go to the services and programs for Strongwater Farm.
Right. Thank you. Oh, it's you, young lady.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm Sarah Blackstone. I'm from Ipswich Ale, and yeah, we're excited to be doing this. I mean, knock on wood, if we have a nice weekend that doesn't rain. So who knows with New England, but yeah, here to apply for a liquor license. I know I had a couple of issues applying with the website, so I just wanted to make sure I was here and everything went smoothly for the
Appreciate it.
application.
All right, I'm going to open up to the board. Mr. Mackey, you have any questions?
Thank you. My only question is, have you done an event in town before?
In Tewksbury? No, I haven't. Or I've been with Ipswich for about almost 3 years. And we've done for Woburn, we've done for Rowley. I've had big events where it's like 300 people, like Marini Farm gets pretty busy. If you know Marini Farm in Ipswich, it's a lot of fun, especially, you know, a lot of kids and adults that just need a break from their kids. Yeah, it's, I've been tip certified. I'm not going to be working that event. I might go up and take photos. Erin Davis, she's tip certified, and she's going to be bartending.
It's almost like you knew what my next question was going to be, was, is all your staff going to be tip certified?
All
So,
of our bartenders and event bartenders are tip certified.
perfect. Well, hopeful it's going to be great weather for you this time, and you have a wonderful event.
Just a day like today, that's all we're asking for.
Thank you.
Mr. Holland?
Yeah, I just have a couple of questions. Mr. Mackey covered the tips and et cetera. Now, you, in your application, it says a private location. Is this place fenced off? Put it this way, I want to know if you go in, you get a beer, you can walk throughout the entire facility, or do you have to stay in a pen, put it that way?
It is heavily monitored by volunteers to ensure that people are not leaving the property. It is not necessarily fenced off, but they are definitely where the tent is and where the beer will be,
Yeah.
is definitely enclosed in an arena. But it is not cordoned off exactly, but we do have 20 or 30 volunteers managing the property.
Well, my concern is if the minors can get into that area.
Oh, we check
They
IDs.
check IDs.
Anyone who I think is younger than me, I check their ID. And
Well, even if, because somebody else could buy it and hand it to them.
that's
my
a great
concern.
question. Usually if people try to buy for other people, we ask, you know, like if they're trying to buy 2 beers, you know, and ask, oh, you know, who's your person with you? Can they come up and show us their ID as well? We usually keep a good eye on, you know, who's coming up and who's shown IDs. And if we see other people giving them away, you know, or someone who looks very underage and, you know, we don't remember carding them, we'll, you know, either we'll step aside and we'll address it to that person and say, you know, hey, did you show us your ID? Or we'll tell their staff or volunteers to kind of coordinate and look at that.
We will
But
also
we've never had that situation. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
We will also have a minimum of 2 police or safety officers from the hospital helping us out at the event as well.
So you'll have them from the hospital and not the Tewksbury Police Department?
The Tewksbury Police Department has participated before in our event. They set up a table and have the officers there as well.
Oh, so you have both Tewksbury and the state? Okay. My concern is, I mean, we've done events before, we've done them down at Livingston Street, and we always maintained, I'm not going to say a corral, but that's basically what it is, where you can go in and have your beer, you drink the beer in your corral, and the kids can't go in there, and there's a cop sitting at the entrance.
Well, this is pretty secure. You know, the fields are on one side, and we will have volunteers managing the other road access into off Livingston Street, and we have several volunteer tables set up to kind of manage all of that. But generally, people come with their parents, and the crowd is generally a younger crowd. And again, it's
Family-oriented crowd.
very family-oriented. And again, face painting and pumpkin painting and magician and that sort of thing.
All right, thank you. I'm all set, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Russo?
Yeah, no, I appreciate the application. It looks complete. Thanks for supplying the tip certification. That was going to be my focus, so thank you. No further questions.
Oh, great. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I hope
Bring
you
your
all
hats.
can join us.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chair. No, asked and answered. I hope you have nice weather this year.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Hope it's a success.
And again, I welcome you to come by anytime to Strongwater for a tour. We're doing some great things at the farm, and it's lovely to be right in the heart of Tewksbury.
The only questions I have, so it's in the same location as you had in years past, and it's
Exactly.
set up the similar way?
Exactly.
Okay, so I've been at this event, I've been out there when you did it in the past, and to my colleagues concerned, we have had things down in Livingston Street where it's like wide open and we have kids that are out at other events. This is a private venue. There is it isn't enclosed, but it is kind of enclosed. It isn't like there's tons of teenagers running around and doing it. It's more family friendly. They're with their parents. They have the local police. They had the things, and they had so many volunteers out there. I think most of your board of directors were out there walking around. There was other people out there, and I'm comfortable that if somebody would say something to say, you don't look like you're old enough, where'd you get that from? So that makes me a little bit comfortable being there before, so as long as it's set up the same way, there's always room for improvement. If we do have a problem, we haven't had, how many years did you do this in the past?
We did it 5 years in a row, and then we had some terrible, terrible rainstorms that flooded the fields, and we just didn't feel it was safe to have people walking on these fields that had essentially ruts in them, and it took us a while to regrade it and have the natural grass come back, so.
And in the 5 years that they had it before, I thought it was at least 5. I thought it was more than that.
Might have been.
We never got a complaint, and the local police are there, and they never came to us and said they need to up security or any of that. Where in other things, they have come to us and said, we want improvements of that. So to my knowledge, we haven't had anybody come to us and ask for things. If there becomes an issue, I think maybe we take it at that. That's my perspective, at least. All right, this is a public hearing. I'm going to open it up. Is there any residents that would like to be heard on this matter? Seeing none, I'm going to ask for a motion to close the public hearing.
Make a motion.
Mr. Russo, make a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Mackey. All those in favor, please state by saying aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. Do I have a motion on this matter?
Mr. Chairman, motion to approve the one-day liquor license for Ipswich Ale Brewery on October 5th, 2025.
Second.
We got a motion and a second. All those in favor, please state by saying aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. Congratulations. Good luck. No rain this year.
Yeah, no rain. But again,
We need the rain, but well, you know what? We'll take it during the weekday.
my thank you for your time.
Yes, thank you.
Your patience with the kind of going back and forth on the application, but I really appreciate it. And again, you're all welcome and hope to see you on the 5th.
Thank you very much.
All right, at this time, it's residents are on the agenda. Do we have any residents that would like to be heard? Seeing none. New business. Mr. Town Manager, we have a couple of things on here. Would you like to discuss this?
The signature page, you can sign that tonight. You don't really have to, I don't think you need a vote. That vote will come after you review the warrant next week. But I want to make sure that that page is signed tonight.
Yep.
There's a donation to the police department. You might want to pick that up.
Yep, please.
Accept that is from the Tewksbury Memorial High School class of 1994 classmate and teammate for $10,000 to use on community engagement and community policing efforts. So this is Coach Adam Fuller, who is now coaching the LA Chargers in the NFL, and he wanted to give back to his hometown and see. So that's what he's doing. He's donating $10,000, and I believe he was a classmate of the Chiefs.
Okay. All right, do I have any motions on this matter?
I'll make a motion to accept the generous donation of $10,000 for the Tewksbury Police Department.
And I'll second that, and if we can, I'm sure the chief is going to send a letter of thank you, but if we could also put one from the board.
Can we put it on Patriots letterhead?
Yeah. But yeah, if we could send a letter as well, thanking him
Yes,
for his
absolutely.
contribution and not forgetting where he came from.
All right, so I got a motion and a second. Do I have, all those in favor, please say by saying aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well, that is passed. Next, we have veterans banners.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, so I had met with Vinnie, and also I know that James had met with him previously, and basically put together a program outline. But I think the important part for you tonight is to just make a decision to approve the placement of veterans banners in the town common. And then the details will be ironed out between now and they want to get them up before Memorial Day. And I did meet with Nancy Reed about the Historic Commission perspective. And so she's going to be involved in that process as well. And I think we'll be able to come up with an amicable solution for everyone to make this all work. Because we have the town common banners out there now that were, that was very purposely and well thought out as to how they would be. If you look at them, they have carnations on them and the town seal, and the size was picked for specific reasons. So we have to work that out, make sure that the two banners will be compatible with each other and how we do that. But we can do all that outside of the select board's realm, but we would like to get the endorsement from the board to move ahead with a banner program for the town common.
Thank you, Mr. Nominating Chair. I just see that Mr. Vinnie Olivia from the commander
there he is.
just walked in.
Was
Would
he-
you like to come forward and discuss this? Just,
Were you there the whole time? I didn't see you.
he just came in.
All right, good. I thought I was going crazy. Yeah.
If any of you would give your name and your organization for the record.
Vinnie Oliva, 51 Marley Drive, Tewksbury, Commander of the VFW, Tewksbury.
Thank you. All right, the town manager just gave a brief description of what's going on while you're there. Would you like to add anything about, what you're trying to do?
He pretty much covered it all. Yeah, we decided that we're going to start with the common,
Yep.
the 20 poles around here, and the bigger banner, 24 by 38, I think it was. The only problem there is the brackets. We'd have to replace the brackets that are there now to a wider bracket. But other than that, I mean,
And those will be the same size pretty much
That's what we're trying to figure out. Do we change the size of the banners that are out there? We want them to be compatible, so
Yeah.
figure that out.
Yep.
Another possibility is alternating. You do one banner, the town banner on one pole, and then the veteran banner on the other pole. You can just alternate. And then, so we'll figure it out, but,
All right.
figure out something that makes everybody happy.
Oh, and like, this is something that I think, we can open up to the board, but I think it's something, this is a good problem to have. Try to figure out how to support our veterans and the history of the town, and one way or another, we'll work together to make it happen. And I appreciate your patience in working with us to make it happen this way. All right, thank you, Mr. Olivier. Anything else you'd like to add to it?
nope. The prices, I don't know if there's a company out there that are cheaper than what's in here that I got, but that's something else we have to look at as well.
I think
So we're gonna try.
we'll work with you within the town to figure this out, and
right.
we'll find a way to make this happen, I believe so.
Appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Does anybody on the board have any questions or concerns?
I just want to thank Mr. Vinnie for all your work on this.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So the only thing is, I think we do want a motion on this.
Yeah, I just had everybody had questions.
So the intent, because I've had a number of discussions with Vinnie on this, is to get the approval so the administration can go figure out everything, the brackets, the sizing, all of that, how we're going to do registration, et cetera. So yeah, I think that's the approval tonight to let them move forward with the program and go from there.
I think that was the plan. Did anybody else have any questions before we do it?
Again, I think this is a great program. I've been involved last year in the community I work. We did the first 100 banners, and we just did another 100 banners. We're fortunate, we have a municipal light board, so we own the poles. So that will be a hurdle, expanding outside.
Right.
But I think it's a great program that honored individuals. So I appreciate that, and great work, Vinnie.
Thank you.
The only thing I have to add, since you brought that up and you've already been working with it, maybe you can give some information on those stuff to our town manager.
I do have a bracket manufacturer, and I do have the banner manufacturer that I could supply you with, that we've used. So have experience with those, so I'll be more than willing to help in any way I can.
Excellent.
All right. All right, at this time, then, I will put it up for a motion. Mr. Mackey, would you like to take the lead on this?
Yeah, motion to approve the veterans banners for Town Common.
No. All right, I got a motion. Is there a second? I'm sorry, who said?
no,
Okay, Mr. Ardis, a second.
no, that-
All those in favor, please state by saying aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. Thank you for putting this on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Town Manager, I'm sorry to cut you off, but I wanted to get him up here. So, anything else you have to report?
Do you want me to go right into the town manager's report?
Yeah, please. I think that's the next thing we have.
All right, so just a couple of announcements. Yes, the second annual fall meeting is happening this year on October 19th, Sunday, October 19th, from 1 to 4 p.m. Couple of Finance Committee meeting, they're meeting on the 15th to go over the warrant at 7 p.m. And then the public hearing will be on September 29th for the warrant at 7 p.m. And as you know, the warrant will be presented to the board next week. And then a couple of economic development issues. Cambridge Isotopes Labs renovations is ongoing. That's a $40 million investment. And kudos to the town. And before I got here, you did a TIF with them. And obviously that precipitated a big investment in the town. So that's good. Innovation Drive site building. They 750,000 square feet is currently, it's only 30% occupied at this time. The Reno Capital proposes to subdivide the building, so they're doing some work on that building as well. And so they want to renovate that building. So those are two good things that are happening in town. And then just a couple of other things on the municipal side. I did post the town manager's position, so that is on the MMA site and a few other sites as well. So that will be moving along. And then the special town meeting warrant, I sent a draft out to the board for your review, and we'll be going over that next week. Basically, that warrant, as the typical special town meeting items on there, the three big things will be where we're putting free cash. We get a very good free cash number this year. What we're doing with, there is a budget amendment article on there as well. And then there's a few other things in there, one zoning article and two petitioners article. But I'll go over all of that next week. And if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
Thank you. Open it up to the board. Do we have any questions?
I have no questions.
No questions.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Manager. All right. It seems like the next thing you got is town council invoice.
Yes. Let me get there. So this week's town council invoice is for $2,592.50 for the period of July 16th through July 31st to Feely and Brown.
Any motions on this matter?
Make a motion, Mr. Chair, to approve town council invoice July 16th through July 31st for the amount of $2,592.50.
Second.
Got a motion by Mr. Ryder, second by Mr. Mackey. All those in favor, please state by saying aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well. Passed. Anything else, Mr. Manager?
That's all I have,
Beautiful.
Mr. Chairman.
All right, thank you. All right, board member reports. I'll go to Mr. Russo.
We have two sets of minutes for this evening. I'll make a motion to approve the June 10th, 2025 Select Board meeting minutes.
Second.
Okay, so I got a motion by Mr. Russo, second by Mr. Ryder. All those in favor, please state by saying aye.
Aye. And
All
then
right.
second one for the evening is on our July 15th meeting, 2025. So I will make a motion to approve those minutes as well this evening.
Okay, I got a motion by Mr. Russo. Do I have a second on the minutes?
Second.
Second by Mr. Mackey. All those in favor, please state by saying aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye as well.
One abstention, I was not at that meeting.
Okay, so a 4, we'll make it for the record, that's a 4-1 vote. Okay. Now we're going to go into board member reports.
Point of clarification, that was a 4-0-1, correct, with one abstention?
Yeah, one abstention, yeah, 4-0.
4 abstentions. Thank you very much. Board member reports, Mr. Russo.
No, just, I know that we're kicking around the RFP stuff with the Long Range Space Committee. I did provide an update to the committee earlier this week, and the process of the consultant is happening, and the committee will be reconvening once that process is underway. So that's my update from that perspective.
Just to add to that, tomorrow it'll be put out in the Central Register so that it'll appear in the, I think it's a week later, it'll actually be posted in the Register, so it'll be out in the next probably 10 days.
Okay.
Awesome. Great.
Right. Mr. Ryder?
Nothing at this time, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Mackey?
I have nothing at this time. Thank you.
I have nothing, Mr. Chairman.
All right, well, the LRTA will be meeting the last Thursday of the month as usual, but I do have a couple of community things that I'd like to mention. Thursday is the 9/11 ceremony. I'd like to see, the residents always show up for that, 7 PM start time at the 9/11 Memorial. This is the 24th year since 9/11, and I'd like to see the residents and everybody show up to support our veterans and police officers and safety officers, and make sure that we never forget that tragedy. On 9/12, our veterans agent is having lunch for veterans. Anybody that's interested, please contact Lisa Downey, our veterans service agent. The luncheon is taking place at 11 o'clock at the senior center. And then on Saturday, the Lions Club is hosting a beep ball competition where the Boston Strong team is playing the Tewksbury Fire Department, and that's going to take at 1 PM at Livingston Street Park. So hopefully someone will go down and support them. It's always a great event. And that's all I have. At this time, I'll listen to any motions to adjourn.
So moves.
Second.
We got a motion and a second. All those in favor, please state by saying aye. Aye. Chair votes aye as well. We adjourned.